is in danger. He-Man has come to the future to save the universe. The new adventures of He-Man. 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 Wow.
Hey Hero fans, this is Todd, and yes, today it's time for New Adventures goodness. New Adventures goodness. Anyway, so I know a lot of people are not fans of He-Man's New Adventures, but there's a lot of cool things to it, and being I love Star Wars stuff, it kind of falls right into that category. So for those that don't know, a long time ago, in the 90s, they decided to revamp He-Man and turn him into a space cadet. And there he is right there with one of his mentors. And it could have been really cool. They released the cartoon, and the cartoon stunk. Sorry, I know it's the writer's the cartoon. The guy's a really good guy and stuff, but it just was horrible with Skeletor and his googly eyes and everything else. But then Classics came out and redid some of the figures. Not enough of them, but they did do some. So, anyway, I'm going to open up Mara of Primus, and let's see. So she is a young assistant to one of the guys that we did not get. And she's intelligent, bright, and goes on and on and on. Anyway, so there she is. And the reason why I'm opening her is for a couple reasons. One, she is like dirt cheap right now on eBay. In fact, I went and bought another one too, just in case I need to make some more customs. But it's cool because she's so easy to customize, and I've made Princess Leia's out of her and all kinds of other figures in the past. And sure enough, you can see I've even made these two cool customs out of her just recently using the Cuckoo Sisters heads to create these two customs and just doing an arm swap to get one with the spiky bracelets and one with the purple bracelets to match her purple boots. And then I made this really cool computer terminal that I wanted not to look too earthly. So I made the monitor not square. I made these giant buttons so you can almost pretend like it's something rather than just a regular keyboard to control it. And of course I put this one right here because she reminds me of someone with attitude to be behind the keyboard that can stop people from getting through. So they're kind of like more like admin people, if you will. But then I realized that as cool as these are, I still need to make sure that I have another Mara present in my collection of figures. So it's time to open her up and put her with her fellow sisters here, and then we'll have three of them. So let's go ahead and open this up. Here's in the back of the box, show some other cool figures in the line. We got the Intergalactic Skeletor, She-Ra for the first time in New Adventures, Hydron, which my friend just always call, or my son used to always call Steve Fisher. And then we have Icarus there, which I believe his name is something else. What was it? Flipshot, I think. So there we go. And then, of course, He-Man. Now, there's a couple other figures I wish they'd really make. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but I probably will in a near future video. But it was just bothering me. The last video I did about my computer terminal just kind of flopped. And then I went and tried to sell one online. Notice I said tried to. And the bids just weren't there. It was going really dismal. So I decided just to sell it to the highest bidder at the time, which was a really low price. And they said, nah, we don't need it. And they ended up not even getting the computer terminal and figure for the low price that they ended the auction at early. I'm not even sure why they bid if they weren't even planning on getting it anyway. These are some dull scissors. I can't even cut the rubber bands. Cut. There we go. Now, she does have some cool features, this figure. Now, I don't know enough about the New Adventures storyline, so I usually don't follow along with probably the original storyline that was in the cartoon. But I really, really love the storyline in the comic. And the comic storyline, I made videos about it already in the past, is so cool. I really wish the cartoon would have read the comics before they produced the cartoon. Because the cartoon does not match at all the storyline of the comics. So in the comics, He-Man becomes He-Man and no more Prince Adam. And it is like a really awesome storyline where he decides that, I don't know if he decides or not, if it just happens that way because he's traveling or what the deal is, but he is He-Man no more, and Skeletor gets to see him transform right in front of him, and the blast from the power of Grayskull actually just about kills Skeletor. It is just an awesome, awesome comic book. I love it. Love it. So, I was really hoping that the toys and the cartoon would match suit, but the toys, they made these little wimpy looking figures compared to the He-Man figures we saw of the 80s. And then on top of it, the cartoon remade a Prince Adam, which you don't need a Prince Adam in this timeline or this future place because there's no need to. And so it just totally destroyed the cool thing that was going on. Here, let me just pull out the comic just so I can show you guys how messed up. Where is that book of knowledge? Let me pause this for a second so you aren't watching me walk around. All right, I have it here. The Book of Knowledge. Okay, so this book is all of the mini comics put together from the past. Now, it doesn't have the 2000X mini comics, I believe, and it also does not have the new Origins mini comics. Let me double check. I might have some 2000X. Let's check the back of the book and see. Oh. I'm not sure. No, that's not 2000X. Skeletor looks like a 2000X Skeletor, though. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's get to the new adventures. I'm sure they're towards the back of the book. There we go. And so check this out. This is crazy. So they go into the whole entire history a little more than you need to know, and they decide they're going to go back in time and find a hero to save them and the power or whatever. And Skeletor tricks them to let them think it's him. And what's funny is he already has the future sword here in this picture, but it's the original Prince Adam we've seen originally from, because obviously he's still in the past. But it's funny they gave him the futuristic sword. And then he finds out he can't change into He-Man because they're sucking the power. That's so crazy. He's got the new sword. I think it's just funny. Funny. He should have got it later. Anyway, so here he is on the ship where the power is, and he turns into He-Man. And right here, you are He-Man. Prince Adam is no more. And look at Skeletor. He is just fried there. You can see, his skin ripped apart. He is just smoking. He is in bad shape because he blasted him, which it's kind of like the scene where Superman and Captain Marvel or Shazam are fighting, and he's holding Billy Madsen, Shazam, and he's saying Shazam over and over, and the lightning's blasting Superman. It's kind of the same type of deal. And here's where he turns into the first time into the New Adventures He-Man. And it's funny, it's Long Live He-Man, and again, no more Prince Adam. Skeletor is just laying as a pile of ripped up mush, just about dead. He sneaks off onto some little escape pod, and the crazy part, look at this, look at his head. Look at that. Evil's face is mine. And he's clicking away, and I guess it's in the second one. So he goes into, with his body all kind of bloodied up and yuckied, into this medical emergency bionic replacements. Let me zoom in on this so you can see that. Medical emergency bionic replacements. And it's like he's on a good guy ship right now, which is hilarious because he comes out with skulls on his armor and evil colors and stuff. It's just hilarious that these bionic replacements, and that's how we get the new mechanized Skeletors, because he was blasted by the power of Grayskull. And it's just such a fun idea. Now, of course, these guys being ridiculous makes it kind of ruins it there a little bit, but it is pretty cool. The original storyline they had in the comics, so much better than the cartoon. Oh, look at that. There is some 2000X stuff in there. That's so cool. Anyway, that's the end of the history lesson for today. So, now I'm knocking things over like crazy. So, I know my wife always says don't groove on my own stuff, but I am, because I am just loving this stupid little setup here. And I know it's kind of funny. See, now I got 3 of them. And what I did was on these ones, I actually sanded off those little gold things in the side. They were just driving me crazy. It just did not match. I'll leave hers alone now. But now I have this one with the 2 purple, this one with the 2 spikies. So kind of cool. Just kind of took one of each. And then the spiky one uses the computer terminal. And she's just verifying to make sure anybody who enters is supposed to be here. Now, what makes this computer terminal so cool and so amazing, let me show you what makes it so cool. Let me pause this video for a second while I get things set up. Okay, I am back and all systems are a go. And let me show you what makes this just so cool. Is not only is it just a regular computer looking thing, but it also glows in the dark. Let me go and shut off this blue light right here. It's kind of casting some light on there extra. There we go. I just think that's so cool looking. So I have it so the screen glows, beep, the green button glows, the little slot glows, and the back slits glow. And just look how cool that looks, all glowing like that. And I just love how it looks. Now, it does look brighter in the camera than it does actually in person, but it's still really cool. Now, I'm not going to put these on eBay because last time I did, it just breaks my spirit to see them not sell whatsoever. But if you really want one of these computer terminals, just contact me on Facebook. We'll set it up, and then I will put it on eBay as a buy it now auction just for you. And then you can get one of these. Now, again, the rest of you, if you're probably like, I really don't care, Hebrew. It's not the normal He-Man stuff we see all the time. But I just think it's really cool. Now, again, you don't need the cool figure to go with it. You could just also use just your standard Mara figure behind it. I did try to make it blue and white so it kind of goes with her motif. So, which is funny is I had blue and white in my printer and I wanted to make something blue and white, and that's where I came with the idea of the printer or of the computer after I made this custom figure. So I just pulled her head off. Yeah, it's funny if you use these little figures sometimes, like the Cuckoo Sisters, they're the head size for the how it goes together is a different size hole, so you have to use something to fix it. Anyway, I just thought that was cool, and it was just kind of bumming me out that it just seemed to fall flat last time. So I thought, okay, I'll do another video. I'll try it one more time. And if you like the cool computer and the idea, let me know. If you don't, just let me know too. Say, yeah, Todd, it's really not that cool. You are over grooving on your stuff. Well, let me explain why I love this. Okay, one last time for the glow in the dark. What I love about it is the glowing light on the figure. That's what I really love about it. And that's what I was going for. So the figure was lit up by the computer screen. That's what makes it, for me, really cool. Now, I did make one for my granddaughter, and she uses it with her Minnie Mouse. So our Minnie Mouse figures have a little computer now. But it's pretty funny. All right. Anyway, I'll do some more New Adventures goodness in the next few days. And but for now, I just wanted to kind of show off that computer one more time, just because I was so proud of my cool thing that I made. And that is about it. And of course, she's the one that gets to use the computer, because she is my feisty one. So cool. Let's look at one more time. Let's look at the power of the glow. Oh, I just love that. It's just so cool looking. Anyway, that is all that I have. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next video. And I'm hoping to why I have these all set up is to show off this set right here, which happens to match really good with the new adventure stuff. And we'll just wrap this right into the scene later on. It's a 4 horseman set. And gotta scoot these guys down. There it is. And so we'll check this out. We'll open it up and see all the cool things that it does. All right. That's all I got. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next video. And until next time, like they say in the 1987 movie, oh, good journey. Bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it.
The mutants are out of control, and Primus is in danger. He-Man has come to the future to save the universe. The new adventures of He-Man. The new adventures of He-Man. The new adventures of He-Man. The new adventures of He-Man.